For months, I'd been suffocating under a weight I couldn't name. Pain, isolation, a slow descent into madness. Living alone in Juneau, Alaska, surrounded by endless snow and silence, I'd failed to make a single friend. I'd always thought I was an introvert, thriving in solitude, but the vast emptiness of this place proved me wrong. I was unraveling, trapped in my own head, staring at charts all day until the lines blurred into something sinister. So when I heard my old school friend Patrick had bought a house near Red Creek, a small settlement outside Juneau, it felt like a lifeline. I wasn't ready to be buried under a pine on Monarch Mountain just yet. I took a short leave from work, packed a bag, and on February 17th, drove through a howling blizzard to see him. The road was treacherous, visibility near zero, my car skidding on ice more than once. A strange unease gnawed at me, a whisper telling me to turn back. Then during a tense stop to avoid a crash, a young deer darted onto the road. It didn't flee, it just stood there, staring at me with unblinking eyes for what felt like forever before vanishing into the forest. Shaken, I pressed on. 20 minutes later, I reached Red Creek and turned onto a side road lined with new cottages. Patrick's house stood at the end, a Scandinavian-style oddity among the American norm, perched on a wooded hill. There he was, waving at me with a grin. I parked, stepped out and greeted him, the joy of reunion drowning out the unease from the drive. He helped me grab my things, and we trudged up the snowy path to his place, chatting about our lives. I told him how work had dragged me from Minnesota to this frozen nowhere. He said he'd grown tired of city noise and craved the quiet of the north, using his savings to start fresh here. It was strange. Patrick had always been the life of the party, not a recluse. But people change, I told myself. Inside, the cottage was a mess of unopened boxes, coated in dust. Months after moving in, he hadn't unpacked. I asked why, and he brushed it off, too busy with freelance work. It didn't add up, but I let it slide. We made tea and reminisced, but something was off. Patrick barely remembered our shared past, nodding along to my stories while asking questions he shouldn't have needed to. Testing him, I fed him fake memories. He agreed to them all. My stomach twisted. Had he lost his mind? I resolved to confront him later. Then I remembered I'd left my phone in the car. On my way back, I noticed his mailbox, overflowing with letters, some spilling into the snow. Bills mostly, but one caught my eye. A postcard dated September, showing Patrick with a pretty girl. Congrats on the move, love. Right soon. Kisses, Anna. A chill ran through me. He'd ignored a letter from his girlfriend. Something was seriously wrong. Back inside, Patrick showed me to a cozy guest room with a view of the Tiger. He suggested a hike into the mountains, but I barely heard him. We ordered pizza, played Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, and talked, or tried to. He kept probing our past, and I dodged, tension building. When I asked why he'd bought such a big house, he smirked. For a family someday? Just need the girl. I forced a smile. He'd forgotten Anna. He'd forgotten everything. At 9:20 p.m., the power cut out. The house plunged into darkness. Patrick's eyes darted around before he shrugged, blaming the weather. Generators in the workshop, he mumbled, then asked me to go. I don't even know where it is, I snapped. His face twisted into a snarl, unnatural, feral, before smoothing out. Fine, he said, grabbing his coat and slamming the door behind him. Alone, the house turned menacing. Shadows loomed on the walls, the dark hallway a gaping maw. I sprawled on the couch, playing a game on my phone to calm my nerves. 25 minutes passed. No Patrick. Worried, I bundled up and followed his tracks into the snow. They veered off, not toward the workshop, but into the forest. Then I heard it. Footsteps behind me. I spun, flashlight slicing the dark. Nothing. "Patrick, stop messing around," I shouted. Silence. The track stopped at the tree line. No sign of him. Panic rising, I spotted a small shed nearby, wires snaking from it to the house. The workshop. Footsteps echoed again, shadowing my every move. I flung open the shed door. There was Patrick, slumped against the generator, pale and coatless, unconscious. "Rick!" I shook him, slapped his face. His eyes fluttered open. "He's here," he rasped, then passed out again.